Ochikoro chesabata nzvimbo yakanaka, moyo uri kutondera kupinda msabata, sabata ranaka, sabata ranaka, ranaka, moyo uri kutondera kupinda msabata.
Good morning and happy Sabbath, Harare City East members and all those who are joining us from all over the world. Welcome to our Sabbath school. Today is a World Day of Prayer for Children at Risk. And in line with this, for our discussion today, I've decided to talk about a boy, an abused boy who later on became king. Our story comes from the book of 2 Kings chapter 11. In 2 Kings chapter 11, we find an evil grandmother known as Athaliah. So it happened that Ahaziah had died, and Athaliah, being the mother of Ahaziah, she decided to kill all of Ahaziah's sons because she wanted to ascend on the throne as the queen. And because of that, because she knew that as long as Ahaziah's sons were alive, she would not become one, she decided to kill all of Ahaziah's sons. The first lesson we get is that abuse can come from the people that are supposed to love us and from people who are very close to us. In this instance, we see a grandmother abusing her own grandchildren to the point of killing them. And this, we need to understand as children, even as parents, we need to understand that there are people who can abuse us. This can be even our uncles, our aunties, the people that we trust can be the same people that abuse us. And this is because we live in a world that is full of sin. So as boys and girls, we need to be very careful and not to trust everyone. And even as parents also, we need to be careful on whom we trust with our children. So because Athaliah was killing all of Ahaziah's sons, we want to thank God for Auntie Jehosheba, because Auntie Jehosheba realized that Joash was also going to die, and because she was a clever auntie who loved Joash, she decided to hide Joash, and Joash was hidden together with his niece. He was hidden in a bedroom for 6 years, and while in these 6 years Athaliah reigned as queen. What do we learn from this? There are circumstances where when we have circumstances where we are being abused, we might have to be taken away from our usual comfortable areas to be hidden somewhere where we are safe, where the devil or where even the people that have been abusing us cannot come to us. Here in Zimbabwe, I think we've got a lot of homes for children like that, where in the developed countries they've got what they call foster homes, where they put the children that have been abused. And this, in this instance, act as our Aunt Jehosheba, who protect us from these abusers. But I also want to talk about something in this line, that we as the children of God, we are being abused by the devil, or we were being abused by the devil, and we thank God for Jesus Christ who came and he has decided to hide us from this devil who has been abusing us. So King Joash was made to hide for 6 years, and that's a very long time. And I was just thinking, for a young boy his age to be confined to a bedroom wall with a nest for 6 years, whilst others are playing mawumbwe outside, whilst others are dancing outside, it was not easy. But Joash knew that his safety was only guaranteed for as long as he remained confined in the walls of that bedroom and to do and listen to whatever his nurse was saying. You can imagine what could have happened to Joash had Joash decided to disobey his nurse and to go out and play with others. Athaliah would have seen him and would have easily killed him. So, boys and girls, this also teaches us that we are facing a lot of things. We are facing a lot of even when we are facing a lot of abuse and we are taken to safe places, we need to maintain those and stay safe in the areas that we have been put in, and that is the only way we are going to be safe. It also comes to us as children of God that after Jesus has placed us in safe places, it is up to us to stay safe. Because if we don't listen to what God has said and what we should do to stay safe, Athaliah is going to find us outside and is going to kill us. And also what I want to say to some boys and girls who might have been moved away from their homes because their relatives were abusing them or someone was abusing them, I want to say we need to stay strong and we need to listen to whatever the new rules that we are getting in that place that we are in. And one day we'll come out stronger. For some, it might mean being removed. I've seen children who used to stay in nice houses and maybe the parents have died, and it might mean being moved from there to stay in the rural areas. But it is only as we stay safe in those rural areas that we are going to be safe. Because if we try to go back to where we came from, we will find Athaliah waiting for us. Then the other point that I want to talk about is that he was hidden in the house of the Lord. Our only safety is in the house of the Lord as children of God, and we need to hide in the house of the Lord. Remember the verse that says, "He who abides he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the wings of the Lord." So we need to abide in the Lord, and that is the only way we are going to be safe. I want to talk about the next point I want to talk about is that in the 7th year, he became king. So he stayed 6 years in the house, in the bedroom, where it was boring, where there were no toys. But in the 7th year, he became king. So I want to talk to the boys and girls. I want to talk to the boys and girls first who might be going through abuse and who might have to be confined in certain places, or life has just changed for them and they are confined in certain places where they are not comfortable. We need to remember that there is a 7th year that is coming for us. And when that 7th year comes, we are going to become kings and queens in our areas, in whatever areas that the Lord would have chosen for us. So remember what happened here. In the 7th year, King Joash was taken out. And not only was he taken out, his uncle made sure that he had bodyguards that were surrounding him, so much that Athaliah could not get through to him. We likewise also have bodyguards in the form of angels that God has given us to take care of us and to guide us and to guard us from the devil, from the people that abuse us. So we need to always remember that we have angels that are protecting us, even in those places when we are under difficult times. We need to stay in the bedroom and stay focused as we learn from our nurses, be it the parents that are taking care of us or our teachers. And when we come out of there, we will surely have guards that are going to be guarding against us. I also want to talk about the coronation. See what happens on the day when King Joash was going to be appointed the king. So Athaliah might have tried to attack him and all that, but then because Joash remained still and he focused on what he was told to do, Athaliah is the one who was killed on this day. So we need to stay focused, boys and girls. The things that assail us, the things that that bother us now, if we stay focused and stay in the safe places that we've been put in, or in this case, we stay in the safe places that God has put us, which is in his house, we are going to get to our coronation day. And on the coronation day, my Bible tells me that on this day, the uncle then commanded to have Atalia bound, and Atalia was killed. So the people that we are going to see the Lord fighting for us. And there's going to be a day when the people that have abused us or the people that are doing wrong to us are going to meet their fate. I also want to talk to all the people and say maybe the devil has troubled us in so many ways for so many times, but there's a coronation day that is coming. We need to sit still and see the salvation of the Lord. Look, in this case, Joash did not take it in his hand to revenge. He did not become bitter, but he waited for the coronation day where he finally saw his enemy destroyed. And once again, King Joash could play outside and he could live as freely as he wanted to. So if there are any boys and girls who might be going through these difficult times, please remember that there is the 7th year that is coming for you, where you are going to be told to be set free. If it means, for some it might mean we need to take our schoolwork seriously for now, and that is going to be maybe our 7th year is when the day we finish our schoolwork, and we don't need to rely on those relatives maybe who have been very harsh on us, and we can do our own things. But as a Christian nation also, we need to learn something from this, to know that there's a coronation day that is coming for us. And we need to stay in the bedroom. We need to stay under the wings of Christ. And one day we will see the devil being bound and being destroyed. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. Hope you have a wonderful Sabbath. Thank you.